Good morning everybody. I am Nitu Thapa. I am assistant teacher of Jodhavir Higher Secondary School and I am a biology teacher and I am going to teach you today from class 12 first chapter, that is reproduction in organisms. So what is reproductions? The organism which has the ability to produce more organism exactly like themselves is known as reproductions. Okay, living organism have the power of reproductions. So reproduction is the main characteristic features of the living organism because only the living organisms can reproduce. The importance of reproductions. Importance of reproduction is significance of reproduction is number one, the living organism increase in their number and maintain the race. Second, through reproduction, it maintains the continuity of the generation. And third one is the existence of the living organism will be endangered if they are incapable of reproducing the new ones. And fourth one, the balance of the living world is maintained through reproductions. Okay, that is the significance of reproductions. Now, the modes of reproduction. So modes means types. Okay, now in plants, three types of reproductions are noted. They are vegetative, asexual and sexual reproductions. So beside this, plants also produce through parthenogenetically. And in animals, two types of reproductions are noted, that is sexual and asexuals. So sometimes some animals also produce through parthenogenetically. So there are different types of reproductions, but I mainly focus on the asexual reproduction. So asexual reproductions. So what is asexual reproduction? When the organism produce without the fusion of gametes, that is called asexual reproductions. So during asexual reproduction, a unicellular units are produced that are called spores. That is called spore. Okay, and this spore will produce found inside the sporangium. These are the spores. So it is found within the sporangium. It is the sporangium is a sac-like structure. It is found within the sporangium. Then these spores will develop into the new individual without undergoing any union. Now let me tell you something about the spores. Sometimes the spores are provided with the cilia or sometimes flagella. Okay, if it is provided with the cilia or flagella, then it is called motile spore, and this type of spores is called zoospores. And these types of spores you will find in the Chlamydomonas, Ulothrix and Vauchuria. And another is, if the spores are devoid of, without this cilia or flagella, then it is called non-motile. And this type of spores is known as aplanospores. So sometimes there are similar type or dissimilar types of spores. When the spores are similar type, then it is called homosporous. Homo means same. And if the spores are dissimilar type, then that spores are called heterosporous. Hetero means different. Sometimes cells are very minute type, so that time it is called microspores. Micro means small, and sometimes you'll find a large type of spores. That time it is called macrospores. Macro means large. Now, the significance of asexual reproduction. Significance of asexual reproductions. Point 1, a large number of offsprings will produce. Point 2, it is a easier and simple method and third one is, this method helps an individual to regenerate overcoming unfavorable conditions. Now the modes of asexual reproduction. Now, there are 5 types of asexual reproduction. One is fission. Second is budding. Third one is gemmules. Fourth is fragmentation. And fifth one is regeneration. Okay, now fission. What is fission? When unicellular plants reproduce simply by cell division, that is called fission. It is again of 2 types, binary and multiple fission. Okay, now binary fission. What happens in binary fission is, I am giving the example of amoeba, that is Here so what happens in binary fission is that two daughter cell will produce from a single cell. Okay, during this process the nucleus divides by means of mitosis into two nuclei. So during this process a constriction appears and it depends and divide the cytoplasm of the cell into two daughter cell, and this cell will develop into the new individual. This is the binary fission. And multiple fission means bi means two cells are producing. Okay, and multi means many, and multiple fission is that when the plants produce by repeated division into many cells. Okay, many cells, when the many cells are produced by repeated division of the cell, then it is called multiple fission. Another is budding. So what will happen in budding? Okay, now during budding a small outgrowth will develop at the end of the mother cell. So the portion of constricted nucleus along with the cell organelles enters into the bud. Then the cytoplasmic connection between the bud and the mother cell will be closed by lying down the wall matters. Then it assumes a normal size and may undergo budding in the same manner. So this is a budding. And another is gemmules. It is a strange mode of asexual reproductions. It is caused by the formation of internal buds. These are the internal buds. Finally, these buds get separated from each other. This will separate it from each other and will develop into the new individuals. This is nothing but it is the method of overcoming unfavorable conditions like extreme cold and drought. So another is fragmentation. Fragmentation sometimes the body of flatworm and hydra breaks down into several pieces. Okay? And when these pieces regenerate the missing part, then it will develop into the complete organism. This is the fragmentation regeneration. Okay, this is the fragmentation. So another is regeneration. When this is the small part. When the development of whole organism takes place from the cut part of an individual, then it is called regeneration. So, this much for today. Thank you.